Hi everyone, Kerry Sacco here from the Rittenhouse Square Fine Art Show Board. Welcome to 5 o'clock Club. I'm gonna pan out here. It is a thunderstorm pouring down kind of rainy day in Philadelphia. And I'm happy to be here though, because this is only my second time back in the city in 2 years, which is crazy. So we are happy to announce our September show is a go, and the show dates for that are September 17th, 18th, and 19th, and we'll be back in the park. And for our 5 o'clock club today, we're trying our series of working with our outreach partners in the city. That's one of my titles on the board. Oh, my hair looks like I just ran through a thunderstorm to get here. So my role on the board is chair of the outreach committee, and so that entails a couple things, coordinating volunteers, but one of the things that I really love is reaching out to the community, the greater Philadelphia area, and working with arts partners and seeing how they have impacted arts education, arts accessibility, exhibit opportunities to artists in the area. And today I'm really excited to be at Cerulean Arts Gallery in North Philly. Are you technically North Philly?
West Poplar.
West Poplar. So we're up on Ridge Avenue, just off of Broad Street, and we are with Tina, Rocha and Mike Kowbuz, and I'm going to flip the camera and they're going to wave and say hi to you. Hello.
Hi, Kerry.
So now I can stop messing with my hair. So folks who are just tuning in, hopefully we'll have some visitors from out of the Philadelphia area, but a lot of you might be familiar with this wonderful gallery and spaces, and I'm gonna just kind of let the interview flow as we're happy to take questions, and we're gonna have a lot of fun. So I'm gonna back up a little bit so you get a full view. So what you're looking at now is the original gallery space. And why don't we talk a little bit about how you first came to open this space and maybe your background. So who wants to talk first?
Well, the gallery started in 2006, and I guess it was maybe a year before that both Mike and I were thinking about possibly opening a gallery, and we started looking at properties, and one thing led to the other, and we found this space. Back then, we were pretty much the only thing on the block. There was the Laborers Union Pension Fund next door to us, and our neighbor, Cliff Grant, wanted to open a blues club, so that was his goal in trying to renovate the building next door. And then we have the largest men's homeless shelter across the street. So that was the extent of
Yes, I'm gonna peek out. I'm gonna pan slowly. So yes, you can see the raindrops, but yes, that was, so that is no longer the shelter,
yeah,
correct?
It was about 6 years ago.
Okay. Yeah, so your building and this adjoining property, which is now yours, and that shelter were the only
Pretty much
businesses.
the only thing,
Yeah.
And we chose the location because it was relatively close to Center City and close to our home in Fairmount. And it was what we could afford.
Right.
Nobody else wanted it at the time. But we knew the potential because we were so close to the Broad Street.
Exactly. Yeah, the line.
Very close to Center City. It's only a mile.
So the Divine Lorraine Hotel, which has since been redeveloped, that was just this iconic landmark, but it was completely vacant. And
Exactly, full of graffiti, people would break in, start fires,
oh,
yes.
and you were, and I've been looking at your website a lot, and you were saying how people were like, are you sure? Are you sure?
Yeah, we started to doubt ourselves too. For a short while. Well, the economy crashed shortly after we opened.
Yes.
So then
Oh, wait.
everything was put on hold. All the plans that had been put in place for this block and all the vacant lots were kind of shelved for the longest time. The Divine Lorraine was supposed to be renovated back then, and they were foreclosed on, so there was this long period of nothing happening, and except for us.
Can you get my glasses?
And
We had to ride it
yeah, so we
Yeah.
had to wait
Yeah.
for
out. So we
things.
both had our jumps.
Oh, that's right. You guys both had your, I'm going to turn up my volume. People are asking. There we go. We might have to speak a little bit louder. It's all that rain in the background. Yes, so thankfully, both of you had your full-time jobs, and you just kind of kept this afloat with, you know,
Sheer fortitude.
sheer fortitude.
We also had the support of our artists that we were showing.
Yes.
People, because people were coming to see the shows and they supported us. So
Yeah. Yeah.
we were grateful for that.
Definitely. And also we had renovated the 3 apartments upstairs.
We started with that.
That helped.
So you had rent coming in from that. That's great. So I think I was part of your inaugural exhibit when you guys first opened. I thought I was.
Well, the very first exhibit was my graduating class from.
Oh, okay.
It was,
Oh, I'm thinking of next door, but go ahead. Yeah. Oh, so your MFA class?
yeah, class of 96.
Okay.
It was our first show, so it was our anniversary, 10-year anniversary show.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that was part of the reason we wanted to open a gallery, was to show the work of our
Sure.
friends. I mean,
Sure.
People, yeah, whose work we admired.
You know, I mean, to take control of our destiny and do it our way.
I'm hearing songs and movie quotes in that line. So, all right, I'm going to move closer. We're having a hard time hearing, so we can, yeah, we can. Okay, so I'm going to have Tina next to me now speaking, and we're going to review this current show, and then I want to go next door, and we'll explain a little bit. So right now we're in the original gallery spot, and what is this referred to?
So currently we have our annual juried show. This is the 9th year that we've had an annual juried show. And the juror for this year was Sarah McEnany. And we were excited that we had almost 400 works of art that she needed to narrow down to fit into this front gallery space.
Wow.
So it was a hard decision for her to make, but we're really pleased with her selection. And we had entries from Hawaii and Washington State.
Oh boy, the word's getting out.
Yes, it's a much broader reach than what we've had in the past, so we're pretty excited for that.
What is her background as a juror? Is she local?
Sarah McEnany is a really well-known artist.
Okay.
Here in Philadelphia, she is in several museum collections. She's represented in New York and here in Philadelphia. So she was a big draw for sure.
Okay. So the idea of this space when it first opened, I really like how you have themed exhibits. Those are the ones that I've had a lot of fun participating in. Do you have solo shows here ever?
Occasionally.
Okay.
Very few though. But yeah, mostly small group shows, like you said, theme shows. So, for example, you were in the Menagerie exhibition.
Oh, yeah, that
which
was
a lot of
fun. Yeah.
Animal works. portrait show earlier this year, still life show, so themes or...
We were in a genre mode.
Yes.
Earlier
This
this- So
year.
we had a narrative show, a portrait show, landscape show. So we kind of cycled through
Yeah, there was a fun one I was in called A Bloom also.
Yeah.
That was really fun.
I mean, it's fun for us to come up with. I mean, we like to put people together.
Yes, you do a good job of seeing whose work might work together, even though some might be more on the abstract side or conceptual and like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we don't have a fixed aesthetic. So
Yeah.
we choose, abstract or representation.
All
sort of
media.
anything in between.
Yeah. So, are there, so we're going to talk now about, let's see, when did the next door property become available? Was that like right after the economy tanked?
That was in 2010.
Okay.
So,
He decided to sell it and go back to North Carolina.
Okay.
Open a place down there instead. So we were able to buy the building from him.
Okay.
But we had to hold it.
Absolutely.
6 years.
Yeah.
Because we couldn't, the economy was so bad. We couldn't get, nothing was happening around here. We couldn't get a loan. And we finally were able to get a loan at the end of 2016. So 6 years we had to just carry it.
Oh boy.
And we were
Yeah.
missing, tense moments.
I bet. Yeah.
And then we got the loan and then we started on an expansion.
Yeah.
At that time, then you left your job.
right, so I was working for Charles Mansinger Associates, an architecture firm here in Philadelphia. So I had designed the expansion actually right when we first bought the building. But we
And then
had to
just
wait,
kind of wait on that.
right,
yeah.
in order to get the construction cost.
So that, we're going to walk through now and take a look at what, oh yeah, so we have there's a beautiful artisan craft as well as,
Here's the jewelry case. Don't miss the jewelry
oh, don't miss the jewelry case. Okay. Yes.
Everything's also available on our website.
Yeah, so that's what's great. We're going to get into how you guys dealt with everything during the pandemic, and you kind of were already set up for doing selling work online, which was one step ahead of a lot of artists.
That definitely helps.
Yes, yes. So some of the artists represented up on the top. Are these part of like the collective, or are they just artists that you've had?
These are primarily from previous exhibitions in
Okay.
the front gallery space here.
Okay. There's so much to look at here. It's crazy. So I want you guys to see, we're going to pop over to the collective now. So this is the expansion. And this place is so cool. The acoustics are probably better. You guys will be able to hear us better. But I'm going to come out to this view first, because this is what you see when you come in the regular gallery doors, the collective doors. So first, why don't you guys explain what the ideas behind the collective, and then we can talk about the individual galleries and some of your artists, members.
Sure. So when we expanded, one of the things that we needed to figure out for getting our loan, in talking to the Small Business Administration, was trying to figure out a source of revenue. And they were uncomfortable relying on the sales of artwork solely. And so we needed to figure out how to convince them that this was a doable endeavor. And so we came up with the idea of having a collective similar to an artist-run gallery at Co-op, in that there are members that belong to the collective who pay a monthly fee, and that enables us to show the financial institution that we have a set amount of funding that we have reserved for the mortgage payment. But unlike a cooperative, we definitely wanted to still maintain our identity as Cerulean Arts. And so Mike and I are responsible for running the entire collective. So the artists do not have to gallery sit, don't have to do the sales, they don't do any installation. We still do all of that for them.
Yeah.
So we do it all.
Yeah, you do it all. Yeah.
They bring the work in and we take care of it.
So these are 8 individual galleries, or 6 individual galleries.
This is a member gallery here, so each member has, we work with about 70 artists here. And so each artist has one piece on display in this gallery all the time.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, even if they're not having a show, they still have a presence here.
Oh, that's great. And then the
other 5 then are solo exhibitions. So each collective member has a solo show every, we say 12 to 18 months. It's averaging 15 months so that they're not showing at the same time each year.
Okay.
It's like a year plus a season.
Yeah. Well, this, so how about the base of your artists? Are there a lot of, originally was it a lot of Philadelphia artists and now you've expanded?
Well, we still want Philadelphia region.
Okay.
We want that connection for the artists to have this community.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, that was our goal, to create a community, you know, where artists are meeting each other, their people are meeting each other. This way, when we show them 5 at a time, so when we have a reception, like, you know, in-person reception again.
Oh, okay.
The artists come, their people come, but they meet each other, which is nice, you know, so they sort of cross-pollinate. So that's what our hope is, that they'll get to know each other and become friends and learn from each other and sort of see each other's work and get ideas from that. So.
All right, I'm gonna take a walk down. So where did the name Cerulean, how did you come about that?
It's Cerulean blue. It's sky blue. So, I mean, we were debating what to call ourselves.
Well, we definitely didn't want to name it after ourselves.
Okay.
We wanted it to represent something beyond us
Yes.
as individuals, and take the focus off of us and have it be more on the art. So we were looking at paint colors, names. Cerulean kind of just flowed off the tongue.
And it's also evocative since it's a sky.
It is, yes.
Universal. I mean,
Yes.
we're all under the same sky. So we
Yes.
wanted it to be
Yes, we're gonna
something that was-
pan up. There we go. I always laughed about, I took like cultural anthropology and I went to school in Lancaster and they were talking about, you know, the Amish community, Pennsylvania Dutch, and it's not just them, but they would paint the porch roof a sky blue. And so this is like, let's go to Greece.
Right.
Okay, so what else? So I wanted to talk about our pandemic, which we hopefully are coming out of. So you have not had an in-person opening since March 2020. Okay. So how long did you actually stay shut for the?
We were closed while we were mandated to be closed. So that was from March through the first week of June.
Okay.
And then we reopened slowly for the summer. It was by appointment only. And then that fall of 2020, it was limited occupancy.
Okay.
And we've just kind of been following the guidelines.
Right. So you guys have a very strong website and online presence, and I said that what was really great is before when we were in the other gallery, that as artists scrambled during the pandemic to update their websites, update, you know, like update their packages of their websites, to have a store online and all that stuff. You already had that established. And was there any other adjustments that you were just like, oh my gosh, we gotta crank this up?
We were, fortunate that when we expanded, that's when we changed our website so that we had the capability of selling online. The other thing, instead of having the in-person receptions with every exhibition, we changed it to a virtual tour and talk. And so
that's
we
good.
had been doing that through Zoom. So we basically walk through each of the gallery spaces while the artist talks about their work. And then afterward, for the collective, we had the artists split into breakout rooms. So there were 5 separate.
Oh, that's great. That's a great idea. Yeah.
And follow up with the
Yeah.
individual artists.
So
And
now we're kind of like, are we done with Zoom yet? Or is Zoom a whole, what's going to happen next?
We're looking forward to in person, but at the same time, the Zoom stuff has been nice because it lets the artists speak in a more formal way about their work, which is what you don't get at the receptions because they're sort of more of a party. And it also lets people come from across the country or
Exactly.
family, friends. So, we're trying to think about how to incorporate it, even after we go back.
You can come back, yes.
Events. And also back to the website. I mean, we did our new website when we expanded, and part of it was to be transparent about pricing, because a lot of galleries, there's that stereotype that they size you up when you walk in, and then they,
Oh, yes.
or they you don't know what the price, you have to ask them, and people aren't comfortable. So this way we want to be very democratic about it. So it's on the website, the price is there, you can buy it online, or you can check it out and come buy it in person. And so it was more of a philosophical decision before the shutdown to be just upfront about that.
Right.
And so we were just lucky that we had that in place for 4 years or 3 years before.
Let's go over your website. I can't really type it in here, but what is your website?
CeruleanArts.com.
Yes, so CERULEAN arts.com. That's the thing, when we review these interviews on our YouTube channel, the chat doesn't appear, and so I forgot to have a little sign. So I'm going to start walking back now. I kept promising everybody that. So are the hallways a separate gallery space right here, or is this incorporated?
Each interior gallery space has a portion of the corridor.
Okay.
So the main collective gallery is the A gallery, and that goes to here. And then the B gallery, which is currently Megan Cox, she starts here, so with B1, and she wraps inside the gallery space.
And do you represent sculptors?
We have a few, yes.
Okay.
Colin O'Donnell here has some sculpture.
If anyone wants me to zoom in closely on artwork, just let me know. What's very exciting is there is classroom facilities.
Yes.
And that's another thing that will get up and running once we are opened up, correct?
Yeah, we like to do workshops in conjunction with the exhibitions, so artists who teach, so just try to fit everything together. So you've got artists exhibiting, you've got artists teaching, so you've got people coming to learn, you've got people coming to enjoy the art, to sort of create a complete ecosystem.
Yeah, many of the artists are also
Teachers.
instructors at the various institutions here in Philadelphia.
Yeah, that's what's so great. All the art schools here in the city, that's where we pool a lot students for our show too. I'm segueing into that. Student applications are open.
And also, having the artists teaching and vice versa, I mean, it gives people a different sense of their teacher because they also see them as an exhibiting artist. So they can, when they're teaching in the back, they can come out and show them their exhibit.
Oh, that's great.
So it gives them a different, sense of them as a working artist as well.
Yeah, I think that made a huge difference when I was in art school. When I was an undergrad, it was my professors were exhibiting artists, and that was just something that we strived to be like. I think I want to do this. I think I want to have a gallery show one day and have all my friends come visit. So I'm going to come back to let's go peek into the classroom, and then we can hit up some of the other gallery spaces on the way back.
It's to the left here.
Oh, that's right. I just got attracted to the bright colors. Okay, spinning you guys around. Oh, so here's some sculpture work.
Yeah, this is Colleen McDonald.
Colleen.
She attended Pennsylvania Academy. She teaches there and elsewhere.
Oh, look at that horseshoe crab. Okay.
So these are all assemblage type pieces and then 2 bronze totems.
That's gorgeous. That's, wow, if you could, oh my gosh. Look, it's like figures. Even the shadows cast are really great. Okay, so we're peeking at the classroom now, AKA storage.
It's an all-purpose room.
All-purpose room.
Classroom, artwork, turnaround, space, So
How many, oh good, you have a sink. How many typically could you max out in a workshop here?
People-wise, well, it depends, like 6 to 8 or so, depending if they're on easels or tables. So we like to keep them small,
Okay.
so you get lots of
Yeah, lots of good one-on-one with the instructors.
I mean, right now we just changed the collective, so that's why there's so much artwork in here.
Oh.
So we put it in here for the artists to pick up.
To pick up, okay.
So that when there's not a class, we're doing this, and so it's a busy space.
When was this last changeover? Just on
Just
Tuesday?
Monday.
Or oh,
Monday, Tuesday.
wow.
So
Wow.
we do it from Sunday night through Monday night, all 5 galleries.
So Michael and I have a history of we labored over stone lithography at the academy.
Yes,
And
that's where we met.
yeah, that's where we met. And so you and Tina met at you were the manager of the gallery shop there. Yeah.
I mean, I'm from Canada, and I came to Philadelphia to go to the academy.
Okay.
For the graduate program, so I showed up green as grass.
Yeah.
And pretty much had a straw suitcase. And so...
You're one of my favorite Canadians.
So,
Yeah.
I graduated in '96, and I didn't have a plan, but I knew I wanted to stay in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Because I liked it here. There was a lot of art and history. So I got a job in the Academy Museum shop and front desk.
Okay.
Visitor service.
So then that's where you two met.
I was manager.
Okay.
So time went on, and
Okay.
then, things
Yeah.
Some things are.
Yes.
What they were.
we clicked. Well,
Yeah.
The important thing is we learned we could work together.
That's awesome.
Before we got together.
Yes.
And that, because now
Yeah.
you gotta,
We're really working
even whatever else is going on, you
Yeah.
gotta get the job done, for all these people's sake, these artists.
Oh my gosh. Well, let's start our way back towards the front. I'm going to see if the rain is... Oh yeah, there's a parking lot. That is, I'm telling you folks, so you can look out the window here and you can see, like, there's my new car. Coming back inside. Yeah, that was an empty lot, and that was, the whole block was empty.
Except for the labor.
Yeah. So did they tear that down to do the
Yes.
development also?
They also wanted our,
You say back off.
they wanted it all the way to the corner.
Did you have that Yosemite Sam with the guns pulled?
Neither of us were selling. The big lot belongs to the laborers union.
Okay.
Who are catty corner from us.
Oh,
They're-
yeah.
They're our, real, just neighbor.
All right, we're gonna work our way back up and peek out front. So you've had, what do you think your total of gallery or artist representation is currently?
Oh, how many artists?
Yeah.
Well, the collective is about 70, 75.
Wow, okay.
And in the original space, we've worked with hundreds of artists over
Yeah.
the years.
We've lost count.
But it's just a great space for the community of artists and cultivating it in the arts of Philly. I just don't see spaces like this in the city.
Well, we're lucky because when we expanded, we were able to work with that many more artists. Because next door is, we're very limited. We had people we couldn't, work with.
Yeah, you had to.
Our regulars had to wait like a long time for another show. So this
Yeah.
let us, do more. And when we were expanding, our galleries were closing, like in the city.
Right.
So like 1, 2, 3 of them closed, and we sort of felt like, we had a responsibility to, really follow through and,
Help as many as we could.
And even now, there's still more people that we are out there that we can work with.
Right. Well, thank you for doing what you're doing. We're going to start to wind down, but talk about, I love the stories of your various four-legged friends that have come through the gallery. They're just good stories. Like tell them first about the dog that was tied up and you rescued her.
Father's Day 2010. We were in that heat wave where we had 5 days in a row of over 100 degrees.
Yeah.
It was just brutal. She was tied to the chain link fence
Oh.
with a shoestring
Oh my gosh.
in the heat. And we just kept an eye on her, brought her water, made sure, tried to see if anybody was coming back for her. And we saw someone from the homeless shelter take her into the vacant lot, and I don't know if he was trying to keep her in the shade or if it was his dog, but we just kind of were watching the situation, and then at the end of the day, she was still there. And
Nobody was coming back.
Yeah.
So we went and rescued her, brought her into the yard, had Paws check her out, and it looked like she had been lactating, so we were told that she probably had her puppies and they sold the puppies and just abandoned her.
This is good.
Well,
2 days later.
Yeah.
2 days later, she's out in the yard. I'm coming back from the architecture job that I had at the time to come see her, and she was somewhat subdued. She stood up, but then yelped and ran to the back of the yard where she had already dug a hole and proceeded to have puppies.
Oh my gosh.
They're in the dirt.
Oh.
So we were completely unprepared for that.
So we from Father's Day to Labor Day, we raised these 3 puppies
In the gallery.
in the gallery.
Oh my gosh.
And then adopted everybody out
Yeah.
Last one by Labor Day, so.
Okay.
And we are still in touch with the owners.
Those stories are near and dear to my heart. Yes, for sure. And then you have a couple kitties that were all, they find you, correct?
Exactly.
There's a sign on the door though that says.
I mean, when the back used to be all vacant lot, it was overgrown, like blocks and blocks of just junk.
Yep, this was
It was
completely,
more of an issue because
Yeah.
that's where they would hide out.
yeah, now there is, you went from living space for how many people on this block to living space with all the hotel and the condos. What were those numbers?
It's 600 units now on this.
Yeah, and it went from 3 apartments.
We had the only 3 apartments on the block.
Yeah.
And now the Divine Lorraine and the Broad Ridge project has 478
Yeah,
apartments, so.
it's crazy. Well, you had the vision, and thank goodness we're. All right. So, how far are we from Temple University? Not far. Yeah, just for people.
2 stops on the Broad Street line.
Okay. Yeah. So just real close off of
Same for Center City. You can get to Center City in like 5 minutes on the train.
Yeah.
2 or 3 stops. Three
stops.
3 stops.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, your workshops will start picking up again. I think I had offered one, but we didn't get any takers. But that's okay, folks. It's okay. Maybe the Rittenhouse show can do like a little exhibiting. Like if people have questions about exhibiting in outdoor shows, like we can do like a little Q&A type thing. But I wanted to come back. Do you think I can pop out? I'm going to try to pop outside. My connection might get fuzzy, but I wanted you to see a little glance up the block. Oh, look at.
Our display windows.
Wait, here's one of Michael's pieces.
Tina put it there. I didn't ask her.
Oh, no. I think, is that a Ram truck?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think we had one of those, same color. And I'm not like a truck person.
From the 90s.
So hopefully our connection won't. But if you peek up there, you can see that Divine Lorraine hotel sign. Now that's all apartments.
Yeah.
And
Grocery store.
yeah, that was, besides that hotel, everything past the blue walls here was parking lots. Now your homeless shelter neighbors watched out for you guys though, didn't they?
They did.
Yeah.
They had no problem for us.
Yeah.
People felt uncomfortable.
Right.
Coming down and visiting us because.
Well, they have preconceived notions.
Right.
And it wasn't that it was unsafe. It was just they would hang out and.
Some would come in. I mean, if anything, it gave us more awareness of
Absolutely.
like how it worked over there.
Yeah.
And the deficiencies. Because I'd be outside doing stuff, and guys would come over and ask if I needed help.
Yeah.
Looking for a job. Some of them just out of prison.
Yeah.
And it was
Yeah.
hard for them.
Well, I can't thank you guys enough for agreeing to this. Folks, we're taking a break for 5 o'clock club. We'll pick up again in August. And let's walk back towards the other gallery. So if anyone is interested in signing up to volunteer at our September show, you can find that link on our website. And I will happily take any time you can give us. And as we mentioned before, our student applications are up and live. Students you just have to be a full-time art student. It doesn't have to be an art school. You can be just at a regular liberal arts school. If you want to share a booth, get your friends to apply. You have to be accepted. I'm trying to see if there's any more questions. Alrighty, so let's give a little wave goodbye. Thank you, Tina. Thank you, Michael. Yeah, and tune in. This will probably be on our YouTube channel in a couple of days, and we will looking forward to seeing everyone in September. But check out ceruleanarts.com. We've listed it a couple times. So it's CERULEAN, arts.com. And come visit this space. There's really nothing like it in the city, and you won't regret it. It's wonderful for a community that they've built for our area artists. All right, so take care, everyone. Bye.